Woo! What's going on, guys? Orms Forum coming at you guys today. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about the Detroit Tigers and what they did in the draft. They only had five picks this year. All teams had 5 picks. They cut it really short, like 32, 35 rounds gone. And the rest you can sign free agency. But a couple quick things first. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit the likes, smash that bell for the notifications of my videos and everything I do. And a quick shout out to my buddy Dan Ciparoni for having the idea of getting my new cover art, man. Just came out of the blue. He just showed up at my house one day, gave me a call and said, "I got something for you, bro." And he came up with the idea. My boy Justin Stevens, Jim Crapper, as you know him on Facebook, came up with I think the Honolulu blue colors for the jersey, which was awesome. And a big shout out to Jonathan Rector, the guy that did the art. Actually, that's awesome, man. Almost made a big fella cry. Actually, I was tearing up, to tell you the truth. I'm not going to play. I was kind of tearing up in his video of it, I guess. So, but anyways, let's get back to baseball. Okay? Come on, let's get back to baseball. We already know that the Tigers took Spencer Torkelson, the stud first baseman. That's probably going to get moved third for, I'm guessing, a short period of time. We went through him, but I'm going to go through rounds 2 through 5. First of all, the Tigers had a phenomenal draft. And we haven't said that in a long time. They've always made great first-round picks with their pitching and stuff like that. Their pitching, they've loaded up. But their last 3-4 years, they've just absolutely nailed their first-round picks. But this draft right here that they did was just an excellent draft. And I'll explain why through the video. So, round 2 started on Thursday, and they took Dylan Dingler, the catcher out of OSU. Big kid, 6'3", over 210, 215 pounds. I didn't like this pick at first. Because I thought he was a little bit more of a defensive catcher than anything else. You know, he was one of those guys that played phenomenal defense, like great defense. Throws guys out at a 50% clip. Calls the game really well. Communicates with his pitchers extremely well. He was at OSU for 3 years, and he was a leader for all 3. I think that's only happened twice now in OSU history in the baseball program. So, but then I started doing a little more research, watched a little more video on the kid, and he's a converted center fielder. He used to be a center fielder that moved to catcher, and he's really athletic. So it goes to show right there that he's just, he's able to make moves like that, and you really do like that as a coach, as a scout. It's good. Versatility is key, man. Versatility is key, and the Tigers hit it on versatility here. So he's a guy that could possibly even play outfield in a pinch, probably. You know what I mean? So he's improved his hitting every year and has raw power. He just needs to unlock it. He just needs to unlock that raw power. He was a top 50 player last year too, or coming into the draft this year, ranked 47th. So that's a good thing too. He's a guy that's going to be an impact defender who could very well be an offensive plus. So 74 runs, 108 hits, 12 home runs, 50 RBIs, 10 stolen bases, 276 batting average, 367 on base percentage, 442 slugging percentage, 809 OPS, which is really nice. Just a good player. He was breaking out last year in the hitting department big time before this COVID stuff took over, and we all had to cut ties on sports. So he was really showing out with the bat before all this happened. And he was a second-rated catcher going into the draft too. So he'll be a guy that will probably sit behind Rogers, because Jake Rogers is the guy right now, and he could very well push him, because Rogers he's not hitting. He can't hit, but he's excellent defender. But this kid does a little bit of both, so he could probably be pushing him a little bit more along the line. Then for their second B, they had a second B pick. So another second round pick. This was a pick called the competitive balance round pick. Daniel Cabrera, the outfield out of LSU, 6'1", 196 pounds, 200 pounds. Excellent with the bat and is a phenomenal defender and with a strong and accurate arm. Left-handed bat, another top 50 player ranked 25th. So right there, you love that. 153 hits, crazy doubles power, 22 home runs, 116 RBIs, 102 strikeouts, 305 average, 392 on-base percentage, a 518 slugging percentage, and a 910 OPS. So he's a really nice player. He's really good with the bat. This was a really good pick. This was a good pick. Notice the trend here. The trend is that they're going after college guys, and I'm going to explain why in a bit. Then they went out and they went in the third round, and they took a kid named Trey Cruz, shortstop out of Rice, 6'2", 200 pounds. He's the son of Jose Cruz Jr., and Jose Cruz Jr.'s grandfather, or his dad, also played in the majors. So they got like 31, 32 years experience in the majors right there. And Jose Cruz Jr. and his pappy, man, they hit the ball pretty well. They hit home runs, drove in a lot of runs. And this kid was drafted out of high school. Trey Cruz Jr. Drafted out of high school in 2017 by the Astros, but he in the 35th round. But he decided to go back to school. So he went to Rice. Then he was drafted again by the Nationals in 2019 in the 37th round. So, and he worked his way up. He worked his way up into being a big-time draft pick. So he's a really good player. He's a switch hitter, power as a lefty, crazy versatility as a player. He played shortstop, second base, and third base. I just love that it's another switch hitter. I love switch hitters. But he's got the power from the left. 96 runs, 151 hits, doubles machine, another doubles machine with 31, 8 triples. So he's got the legs. 16 home runs, 96 RBIs, 9 stolen bases, 93 walks, 296 batting average, 405 on base percentage, and a 482 slugging percentage with an 887 OPS. He also batted 307 in the Cape Cod League, which means that he can handle the wooden bats. So, because a lot of people tend to worry about college kids playing with aluminum bats, because it is a big adjustment. It's a huge adjustment. So he can handle the wood. He can't handle the wood bat. So we do like that. Then they went in the 4th round, and this was a really good pick too. Gage Workman, third baseman out of Arizona State. They dipped back into that Arizona State pool with Spencer there, and they got his boy, Gage Workman, 6'4", 200 pounds plus. Another third baseman, all right, but he's a teammate of Torque, so you gotta like that. He played with Torque, and then he played with Alika Williams on the same infield, man. Two major league ready ball players right there. So he's used to playing with major league ready ball players, Gage. So that's something too that you like to see, that he experiences that. Another kid drafted in 2017 by the Milwaukee Brewers, but he decided to go to school instead. So he came to Sun Devil, came to school. Another switch hitter, power from the left, very capable from the right. A lot of extra base hits on his resume, man. This kid hits a lot of extra base hits. What you like? He's big, tall, got a nice high stance. He's a ball player, man. Good defender as well. He would have been the everyday Sun Devils shortstop if it wasn't for Alika Williams, who got drafted by the Rays in the 37th overall. So the kid is a baller. He's really, really good. He does need to work on his strikeouts, though. He tends to strike out just a wee bit too much. But 79 runs, 137 hits, 25 doubles, 12 triples. I love that. I love that. So he's capable. 14 home runs, 81 RBIs, 15 stolen bases. So that tells me that he can steal some bases. 298 batting average, 372 on base percentage, 496 slugging percentage, and 867 OPS. Just needs to work on some things. Needs to work on his discipline at the plate for sure, and his eye, and not consistently swing at bad pitches. But he's a work in progress. But he's a good ball player. Then they went and they had the last pick of the draft. Well, not the last pick of the draft. Their last pick. They went out and took Colton Keith, whatever you want to call this guy. I've seen Colton. So Colton Keith, third base / pitcher. He was a pitcher from Biloxi, Mississippi. High school kid, 18 years old, 6'2", 220 pounds, man. Monster. So this kid is an absolute monster. He was projected to go in the second round, and I read some stuff about this kid that they're saying the Tigers literally won the draft because of this kid right here, just from getting him. Because this kid was going to college, Arizona State Sun Devils, because it's a phenomenal program. It's one of the Pac-12 is just super, super talented in baseball. If you don't know, now you know. He was committed to go to Arizona, and he told everybody that got a hold of him that he wanted to play Major League Baseball, but he wanted a set number, like salary rise. He wanted to get paid a certain amount of money, and then he'd come go play ball. And I guess there was multiple teams that tried to get a hold of him. They all lowballed him. The Tigers came up, they paid him, and apparently he's becoming a Detroit Tiger, and I love that, man. I love that. If you're good enough, like, demand it. But like I said before, like, the baseball players are a little bit conceited. Athletes in general are, but hey, man, if you're a really good ball player, man, if you can do what you do, man, make up a number, man, and roll with it. And if it comes to you, it does. If it doesn't, then you just got to earn it a little bit more. But I really like this kid, man. He's playing shortstop right now in high school. He has massive upside. He was a 2018, 2019 Gatorade Player of the Year. He's got high baseball IQ, arm strength, and his size is incredible. Like I said, 6'2", 220, and 18. He's probably not even done growing. You might get 2-3 more inches off the kid. And then the weight thing, he's fit. He's fit. He's big. He's just a big kid. And like I said, he pitches. He pitched really well. Like, the kid obviously he was a high school stud in high school. So I never really I didn't write down any of his stats in high school, but they were astronomical, hitting and pitching. Like, he was like 10-0 in relief pitching. His ERA was under 2, I think. Was under 2, or was like just above 2. He struck out a ton of guys. He mashed. He hit like 400 or 500 batting average. He hit a bunch of home runs, bunch of doubles, bunch of RBIs. The kid's the real deal. But he's locked up. He's locked up as a Tiger. I love it, because like sometimes you don't think these guys are gonna go because they get lowballed. But we got him locked up. Apparently, there's a number that he liked, so he's our Tiger, man. And but the Tigers are gonna give this kid a look at shortstop, third base, and pitching, apparently. So we'll see. He throws in the low 90s, so that's all right too. Low 90s at 18, you can even work on his stuff. You can even up that, get a little bit of an uptick, get the mid 90s and over. So it's really, really solid draft. One of the best drafts I've ever seen Avila do. He nailed it. I was a little bit nervous about I'm still a little bit nervous about the Dylan Dingler pick, the catcher out of OSU. But the more I read about it, the more I really like. But everyone else, man, Torkelson, obviously. But Cabrera is going to be good. Cruz is going to be good. Workman's going to be good. But these guys got to develop. But the thing that Avila did and the Tigers organization did is that they concentrated on mature bats. Not everybody came out of high school. You got guys, you got all these college kids in their 20s, 21, 22. All these guys will be literally called up quick. They'll be called up quicker than a kid in high school. An 18-year-old staying in the minors for 4 years, longer sometimes if they're not developing quite like where you want them to be. But these guys will not be up long. Torkelson, I expect him to be up, if not immediately, a sprinkle in the minors. A lot of these guys will be just sprinkled in the minors. They want to see what they got, because we got to realize it, folks. We're still not that good of a baseball team, but we are building something in the D. The old English D, baby. We're coming back, man. We're coming back. You remember it, guys. Thanks for the video, man. Thanks for listening in. It was fun. I love doing Tiger baseball. Gonna try and hit some Lion stuff in the next couple of days. So slow. It's really slow with that. I've been doing some other stuff to keep busy. But we'll be hitting you guys with some Lion stuff, because, man, I'm all about Detroit Lions, all about Detroit Tigers. Hockey's coming. I'm not going to touch basketball. I do like basketball, but I don't know enough about basketball. If the Pistons were even there, maybe I'd say something, but the Pistons are caca. Sorry, guys. But it was a great vid, man. Have a good day. Have a nice Saturday, man. Be safe out there. And you know what, man? Boom.